Hey, congrats, D-Man, on getting the Voyager. That's huge. 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 Bigly. Very bigly. Hey, let's turn this on down. All right, let's get started, everybody. Hope y'all are having a fantastic Sunday. I want to do an informal poll type session. What loops have you abandoned? Now, I'm going to actually write a lot of this down. I got my fancy, super important, like absolutely incredible piece of technology, a notepad. I'm going to write it down on a notepad. But I do want to have an idea. And I'm gonna write down, obviously I need to know your level, but just curious, because as we talk about new loops coming in the game, old loops needing to be completed / dated. And this is kind of a thing for me that sparked this. We were having this conversation last night on Twitch. Q, thank you for the biddies. Or I appreciate the 199. But like I talked about how I don't do Voyager anymore, even though I still have Voyager stuff to do, but I don't do Voyager anymore. I don't do Voyager at all. Unless an event asked me to, because I have too many other loops currently. I was just very curious to see what people are abandoning. Obviously, I don't do Swarm anymore, right? I have abandoned Swarm. I don't touch it. Don't see a need to. Yeah. But yeah, those are a couple. So anyway, I want to have that conversation. Which ones do you not do? Like, I don't do Borg probes anymore thanks to the X-Borg store. I can use like my level 50 as an example. Like, I don't do Voyager probes. I don't really. I mean, I kind of do Apex, but I don't do Swarm anymore. Yeah, I want to have this conversation. But the loop for the Voyager, for example, is just so much to do. I don't do it. I'm not saying it's not even valuable. I just finished scrapping a D4, so that's fun. But I don't do Borg probes. I don't do my Mantis anymore either. I've gotten rid of the Mantis. That is something I've gotten rid of only in the past month because of the X-Borg chest. Mike says they stopped rep grinding. Now that I haven't done. In fact, I did rep grinding last night. I got in my Federation about 133 million rep. I was right at 800 million. When we started last night, I ground out 133 million on stream. Took about an hour, and I'll do it again. And then I'm going to get my North Cut paid for. I'm going to get all the North Cut BPs paid for. So I've still got to grind a little bit more Federation for that. I'm going to hyper grind Federation. I'm going to go back to doing Klingon Romulan. I'm going to get a North Cut and a Nova, and then I'll let my Federation just go back down to 1 billion. But I got to lock it first before we even get there. So I'm just curious, and you could disregard a loop if you just either don't want to do it anymore, or if you believe that you've gotten past, like you don't feel like it's valuable to you anymore. Either option is fine. I just was curious and wanted to have those discussions. Bob says I do all of them, but less often Borg, Swarm, and Actium. And I'll say for me, Bob, at level 50 on this account, Swarm has 0 value to me. Like, I never do Swarm. Usually a Swarm / Borg probe event will pop up. And out of those two, I would rather do Borg probes. But I really don't do any of that anymore. Just for where I'm at. Don't do that. Brick says, I don't bother with a cube loop. Technically, that's me too. I have stopped doing the Borg cube grind. Technically, I've done the research and everything, but like, I'm just not upgrading it because it's too expensive to upgrade. So I personally have Voyager, Probes, Swarm, Mantis, Apex, Cube. These 5 loops I don't do And technically only one of those loops is outdated. I'm just curious. Now, what loops do? I do Bajor, I do Section 31, I do X-Borg, I do my freebooters / dailies. And my Monavine is very passive. I think everybody does their Monavine. Monavine is very passive, though. Josh is at level 30. I don't touch swarms unless for an event. Now, see, that's surprising for a level 30 player. Can I ask why? Sorry, it's allergy season. I had a sneeze. Can I ask why? Thank you, Fantasy Tabby. That is very, very kind of you. Anything that we do get today, I might actually do a Twitch stream later today, and she might stop by. But any donos we get today are going directly to the wife. So, please. Sorry about that. Yeah, any donos tonight, any donos today and tonight. So if we do stream, she's actually, believe it or not, a big War Thunder player. She enjoys War Thunder. So anybody who donates tonight, you will also be donating to the wife, because I'm not going to keep any of it. It'll all go to her. So whatever y'all want to donate, feel free. Never required. Ming says, I am 63 on the way to 64. I don't do rep grinding. I do wave defense. I get Federation rep from Section 31 and nearly 500 million from the daily. Completely good. So what my rebuttal question, you Ming, is what loops are available to you that you do not do? So give me just the ones that you're ignoring. Is she better at War Thunder than I am? No, Viper, she is not. She is not. So what are available to you that you do not do? That's kind of what I'm more curious about. What's available for you that you don't do? So now keep in mind, Traxton, that even though he might be getting 500 million daily, he needs 500 billion to reach his next rep lock. So who's this going to? Am I about to steal from my friend? Am I about to steal from Hugo? Is this heading for Hugo? It is heading for Hugo. Okay, so I'm not going to steal it from Hugo because he's in my alliance. But that would be freaking hilarious. I actually should have stole it and then just gave him one. That would have been funny. That would have just been funny. But I should have stole it and just gave it to him. Just trolling him. You know what? If he summons another one, I'm going to steal it and see if he says anything. I'm going to steal it if he says, and see if he says anything. So these are the fun interactions that you got to have in chat. So, Viper, what level are you? If you're going to say, hey, here are the loops that I currently ignore that are active for me. Remember, the whole premise of this is to state the loops that are active to you that you are currently ignoring. What loops are active? Make sure you provide your level. So you're Ops 53, level 53, and you ignore currently waves, swarms, apex, probes. Now, I'd argue swarms isn't really relevant to you anymore, so maybe it doesn't deserve to be on the list, but good to know. And I'm just curious to see where players are at and what they're doing, right? The swarms, once you're into the 40s, swarms are no longer really applicable to you. They technically kind of are, but they're really not. You know what I mean? All right, so he summoned another one. I kind of want to snipe it just to see if he says anything. I want to snipe and see if he says anything. Assaults. So I don't count assaults or Cardassian armadas as a loop, Jonathan, because there's nothing that requires you to do them except in an occasional event. I wouldn't consider those a loop. I just consider those a game mechanic, and particularly a dead game mechanic when it comes to the assault side of things. I wouldn't really classify that as a loop. Chad says at 59, so shout out to level 59, that they are ignoring Apex, Swarm, Borg, so no more Borg probes, and Mantis. Now, have you replaced the Mantis? Question. All right, who's that coming for? Is that coming for Kel? No, it's not coming for Kel. This is coming for DMFL, Felonious Punk. Wait, is he going to steal it? Oh, that's hilarious, Hugo. That's hilarious. I love that. I love that. Hey, Ed Honda, good to see you. Mike says, Voyager, Dominion are what I still do and export for dailies. Dominion is a must-have, right? You've got to do your Voyager. I'm sorry, you've got to do your Bajoran loop. If you were a player in the 40s or 50s, that is far too important to ignore. So that's far too important to ignore. Got to do that loop. So Paulo says, I am 36, so I don't do the Stella. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let me put this one in. Level 36. No Apex. Ignoring Apex. Botany Bay, understandable. Botany Bay, waves, and you're basically ignoring swarms and only doing it during the event on Sundays. That's okay. For level 36, it's actually kind of surprising to hear, Poplo. But I am wanting to track this because I want to come to the Overlords this week. One of the projects I'm going to be working on, besides getting things added to the event store, is I want to work on, you know, closing out loops, especially with new ones getting added. You know, and I do appreciate things like April, where we got to, if you were a player in the 40s, start ignoring certain loops simply by benefiting from other things happening. I think that's good. I think that's good. You know, I think if we can take advantage of quality of life improvements that allow us to ignore loops, those are fantastic additions because they're adding in new things. Like right now, I said me at level 50, this Voyager run I'm doing is only happening because there's an event. I never do Voyager. I'd never do Voyager anymore. So. Brez says Apex Eclipse, Apex Actians, Apex Isomatter. Stop using the same words over and over. Hey, we wanted them to be consistent about something. Yeah, I get you. I know not new loop related, but is the new Kirk worth getting? I think he's solid. I'm not like going to blow all my uncommons over him, but I do think that he is solid. Yes. Don't forget the disco event. Thank you, Viper. I will work on that. I've got to do my ticket events. So I got to go mine Crystal, and I got to hit the help button like 600 times today. But yes, we'll be working on that. Thank you for the reminder. I'll go ahead and actually swap out, get our disco, because I desperately need the speed ups. I like super desperately need those speed ups right now because I've been blowing through a lot of speed ups in Latinum for this weekend because I've been catching up on things. If y'all notice, I'm up to 125, 126 million power depending on the loadout. So level 46, no Borg, no Mantis, no Apex, no Swarm. All right, let me write that down. Your first level 46 to answer. So no Apex, no Borg, no Mantis, and no Swarms. And that's a lot of loops for people to be ignoring, right? Ops 41, ignoring Swarms except on Sunday. Probes, Isogen mining. Well, don't ignore that. You need to go do some Isogen mining. If you're not Isogen mining, you better be OPC hunting. You better tell me right now, Dan, that you're a pirate and you're OPC hunting. Because you're going to need that Isogen. Way too much good research in the territory tree for you to not be doing it. All right. You're telling me right now you're hunting Isogen. Level 52, the only thing I ignore is Swarm and data hunting. So Captain Zap, you are definitely one of the diehards of this game, and I respect it. It takes some crazy energy. You claim it from the X board. Oh, man, that is a choice. I'm not calling it wrong. That's a choice. That's going to be what, this one right here. Personally, I have other... To me, this is just really easy. Like, I am not a miner. I hate mining. But to me, this is just so easy. I would never pull that. I pull the Talios one. I pull the Actian one. And I'll even pull the Fisha one. Yeah, I know. Shocker. I'll pull the Fisha one because I need more Latinum at all times. But yeah, believe it or not, I actually don't pull that one. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to get an idea of where all players are at. So I wanted to get an inkling of an idea of what's going on and how things are working. So, ooh, update to a problem we had. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, so there's a... Sorry, I'm tracking an issue. Tracking an issue in the game. So apologies for me getting like semi-distracted there real quick. Been trying to track a problem and get it fixed for players. Cube you've abandoned? See, Shinzula, I've also abandoned the cube. No longer work on the cube. Fresh a whip does my mining super fast. Oh, the Fisha with the whip? Yeah, I mean, it's not that my concentrated Latinum mining is slow. I just don't like doing it. Simple as that. I just don't like doing concentrated Latinum mining. That's all there is to that. No like fancy reason. I just don't like doing it. Oh, poor RNG pull. Let's try again. Oh gosh, my RNG is terrible today. Oh, that's awful. That was awful RNG. That was just really, really bad. Oh gosh. Can I at least get better here? Wow. Okay. Starship Fleet Command hates Rev. Starship Fleet Command officially hates Rev. That was rough. Ashkay or Akshay. I have definitely already brought it up. I have already brought it up. And we'll continue to the ability to turn off the Kishara artifact, particularly turning it off in, I got to go grind Gorn today, particularly turning it off in wave defense. I don't know why my words were so hard and delayed there, but yeah. Particularly turning it off in wave defense. You stopped BJ mining? Your Voyager mining, Andy? Is that what you're saying? You stopped mining your Voyager? You ever do rare pools in a zero refiner? Long term works out poor, I think. I have found the opposite, Robert. I found the opposite. I guess it depends on your RNG, but I was drifting sideways. I have definitely found that that pull pays out better because I've hit the jackpot several times. But RNG, that's the risk. That's the risk. So sometimes you get a bad day like today, which is a really bad day for my epics. A really bad day. The one loop I do every day is waves, free prime bits, free syndicate. And see, the waves are so difficult to like just set up and get done, but it is by far one of the most valuable loops in the game. I actually wish that there was a pass for it right now because that always pushes me to remind me to do it. But yeah, waves are a must do, but waves just take the most setup. I think that's a big problem for a lot of players is the amount of setup you have to do with waves. And obviously we've heard people talk about that a lot since they came out. That's the biggest issue for me is the amount of setup needed for waves. Just getting your alliance together and getting them organized and getting them doing things. So is the current spend event officer worth it? I'm not going to increase ops now anyway, so I want to value if I spend my mats. What level are you, Trax? What level are you? I think the new Kirk is okay. I think that we have so many good grind officers as it is. You don't need to have him. I'm not saying he's bad. I went to the wrong menu. I'm not saying he's bad. I don't think he's bad. I don't think Mbenga was bad. I do think that Mbenga and Kirk need tiers before they're like super good. But I don't feel like James Kirk is a bad officer. Increasing your base weapons damage, this will help with your isolatic builds as you get it bigger. And then this one right here, reduce enemy shield mitigation, is basically a Harrison ability. I don't think these are bad. I think that there's already so many good abilities and so many good officer grinding groups that I don't necessarily think it's needed, but that doesn't make it bad. Does that make any sense? Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to blow every uncommon I have to have him. But at the same time, is he worth having? He is. Just kind of more, how do you go about, how quickly do you go about unlocking it? I'm going to upgrade my warp engine. I've already got warp. What's my warp on here? Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I need to get the weapons upgraded. That's what I really need is get these weapons upgraded. I'll just do this one first. I need to get that weapon upgraded, though. Need to get that upgraded. Odds 51 through 70 bracket needs to be to end for spin events. Professor Hulk, we've gone over that ad nauseum. I don't really think it's worth going over again. But you know, I know, we all know the reason. So, it is what it is. You're ditching Swarm, otherwise I kind of rotate through them at Ops 33. See, Swarm is one of the most annoying, low paying out loops in the game. Now, you remember, you can get early transporter patterns from Khan and Mara by completing it on Sundays if you max them out. But it's just another event that needs updating, just because it doesn't really provide a lot of value to any player in the game anymore. And then when you get to level 38, you're automatically completing it with your ex-Borg faction, which is actually super, super good. So, Yeah, Brett, exactly. Max energy, Kirk takes enemy shield mitigation, which I hate the word shield mitigation because it gets confused with regular mitigation. But you're right. He does take it down to 0, which is valuable. It absolutely is valuable. It's just I'm not going out of my way for him. I do hope to plan to have him unlocked. But right now, the sourcing for him is locked behind the Gorn Eviscerator ship. So that's a little bit of an annoyance as well. Oh, wrong one. I'm doing Voyager right now. Trying to do multiple hostile grinds while talking to chat. I like my low op swarm loop, but I had Jayla before I had the Franklin, so it was instantly a good loop. See, Traxton, you're right. Officers can absolutely change how your loops go. And if you manage to have that early on, then clearly that's going to improve your viewpoint of it. And that makes sense. Makes sense. No, John, I don't have any news on that. I'm a free-to-play Observer 9, and I don't do Swarm, Borg, Actian, rarely Apex, and rarely do the Amalgam. Let me write that down, Socks, just because I'm trying to get a good view of, like, just different levels. So level 39 player who is ignoring, let's see, you're ignoring Swarm, you're ignoring Borg, the probes, ignoring the Mantis, ignoring Apex, and your Amalgam. I would recommend definitely at least getting the Amalgam max, even if you stop doing its refinery for like honor guard wharf and stuff. Definitely at least get it max so that you can contribute as much as possible in your incursion events. So, and yeah, I'm working on it now, Edmund. Working on Anomalous Phenomenon now, while also grinding several things. I've got to grind multiple things today. I've got to do my Silent Hostiles. I've got to do multiple of these. Oop. I'm going to try. See if I can take it. Polonius Punk got one robbed earlier. Let's see if I can grab it. I got it. That's mine now. I got it. I got it. That's mine now. All right, level 50, don't do Swarm, Borg, Actian, Amalgam. Thank you. Appreciate you. Plain Leader says, get back into raid. You know what? Just for you, because we're talking about it right now, I will turn it on. I can't tell you how much I'm going to be able to get done today, but I will fire it up. There also might be a bonus stream tonight. So, just FYI. What the login? I don't remember what my login was with. What's my login with? Yeah, continue. Is it not this account? Oh, it's updating. I'll let you know. I'll let you know, boss man. I'll let you know, boss man. Can I do NX01 Eviscerator? Why can you not do the NX01? Have you just not unlocked the NX01 yet? I do Silent once a month, Gorn once a month, and Texas Hostiles is once a week. I'm probably not the norm, though. The rest of the stuff you get more than enough from the X-Borg store. I love that new feat. That sounds like efficient, good gameplay to me. That sounds like efficient, good gameplay to me. Oh, good Lord. You open up raid and there's 400 different clicks before you can do anything. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Let me check. Actually, might be... Yeah, this is a different account. I think this is the first time we play raid. That's the first time. I just logged into the wrong account, so I'll try that again later. Remind me after stream, and I'll log in again for you. I just logged into the wrong account. Oopsies. All right. Anyway, trying to answer chat and get things done at the same time. So what benefit does the new ship bring if you're already a higher level? The new refinery, which is officer sourcing and artifact sourcing. That's the main thing. And then ship part sourcing, which I do like that it can, bring in parts for G4 through G6. but I hate the upgrade cost of the ship. Super pricey upgrade. And I put out a video on this. If you haven't watched the video, strongly encourage you to check out the video that I did earlier this week. I'll go grab the link for it. In fact, I'll go grab the link for it. Let's go see. Reduce videos to your channel. Let me go grab the link. I'll share the video out right now for the Gorn Eviscerator. Because we went over basic crewing and how to use it and the pros and the cons and the negatives. There you go. Hey, AQ, good to see you. There you go. Just share the link in the chat so y'all can have it. But yeah, there's some pros and some cons to the Eviscerator. I love what the refinery gives you. I think the refinery is great. Ship itself, I am definitely lackluster on. Ming, I don't have the answer to that question, but it's a good question. Speaking of, thank you for reminding me. I do need to send my Monavine out. I need to swap this. This actually needs to go grind crystal. So we're going to get out of Covort to go grind crystal. And then we'll go set our Monavine out to do its auto grind. We're getting up there in level. I'm almost to my 130 million power goal. My goal was to hit 130 million power before I went up to level 51. And we're getting there, actually. We're getting there. All right, where's my deep space? Here it is. Sorry, I'm just moving around the screen so fast, everybody. Wrong system. Mining button. There it is. Wrong system. All right. Hey, Climber, what Sigma chart are you looking for? Because we do have a chart on what the payouts are for Sigma with the new ship. It's not worth spending all the money into it, in my opinion. But we do have that. Climber, if you want to hit me up on Discord, I can shoot it to you after the show tonight. Or show today, whatever time it is for you watching. Oh, for the pickle refit? I have those numbers actually already. I actually already have the numbers for what the pickle pays out. I have the numbers for what the pickle pays out. I just don't know the release on that. Rev is mining. Rev is mining for a ticket event, John. And the ticket event gives me all these materials I need. So I'm mining for the ticket event. Mining for the ticket event. So there's a difference. But let me actually grab that. That way I have it handy for one of my high levels when they reach out. Because we do like our high levels that need to have a gameplay too. So let's see. 1 second. I'll go grab this just for the multiples who are about to ping me. I'm sure Ming's about to be like, I want to see. I want to see. Well, Ming did ping me, but not about that. But I'm going to send it to you anyway, Ming, just because you pinged me. All right. Haven't actually got a ping. Wow. Climber, you didn't ping me. All right. Well, I even pulled it to the side for you and everything, Climber. I pulled it to the side so I could show you. How dare you disrespect me putting you first. I will never love you again. Anyway, chat, bring in all your questions. Bring in all your questions. I did send it to Ming. John, I didn't send it to you yet because I know that y'all don't have 61 plus, but if you would like to know what the Monavine skin will give you, I can send it to you as well because I know you're close and on the level. If there's actually, I don't know how many Sigma players are here. Any level 61 plus player that is curious what the Monavine skin will pay out, I will send you the chart that the Overlords posted. Climber says, sorry, my signal is skipping in and out with game and YouTube up. Can't do Wi-Fi with baby monitor. Ah, I feel you. Well, Climber, all I can say is hit me up on Discord and I will send you the chart for the Monavine skin if you haven't seen it already. What I'll do with the 55 trillion par still at Ops 49, you're going to start spending a lot of it when you decide to go into the 50s. So hold on to it. Hold on to it. You're going to be spending quite a bit of that once you go up. So just hold on to it. Enjoy it while you got it. Enjoy it while you got it. I skip Eclipse Thursdays more often than I do it, and Cerritos only do half of it. The elite part I don't bother with since I've already done it, all the research that uses the currency. See, I just took my Cerritos to level 12. Like I maxed it out, tier 12, and I still barely do the Cerritos events on Wednesdays. It's something I probably should be better at, but that's kind of a loop that I no longer do. So, how to earn independent credits over daily quests. I'm not sure on the daily quest side of things, but in terms of earning independent credits, your Borg refinery is a great place for independent credits. There's a research that allows you to start getting independent credits weekly from the Rogue store. It's in the Outlaw faction tree. I'll show it to you real quick. So click this button. Scroll on over all the way to the right. It's called Sneaky Backhander. This one starts letting you pull independent credits. There are also a couple of new refineries that pay out independent credits, including the Thursday refinery that you have for Apex stuff. That one can give you independent credits as well. There's a few different ways to get independent credits in the game, depending on how many you need. Monavine is tier 12, only 2 components away from tier 11, only 2 from tier 12. Very nice Ming. So you did see the chart that I just sent you? You saw the chart. Do you like those? Do you think that that's a good amount? Out of curiosity, do you think that's a good amount of those Sigma rewards? So, I was asking Scope of support when our server would go to 61. Is there a time frame for that? John, reach out to me today. Remind me, and I will contact my Scopely people about it. You like it, Robert? I think it's solid. Again, it depends on what level of spend you are. Obviously, that's nowhere near applying to me, so it doesn't have any value to me. But when we were discussing it in our dev meeting, I said that this is something that, Sigma players would be very happy about, right? So, did they remove the FKR rep exo comps? Nope. I think that you just forgot where you were getting them, MB. The rep exo comps come from the amalgam pulse. Right, wrong button. If this is what you're talking about, I think you forgot that this is where they come from. So you need to do these sets to get these. That's where those come from. Now, if you go into they still need to fix this button because it's under the consumables tab, not territory. If you go into here, they didn't add them into this. But yeah, that's where those are. If you're needing to grab them, you do have to do the amalgam loop to do that. Now, when amalgam first came out, I had gone through so many of that refine. I just had stockpiles and stockpiles saved up. But if you are looking for how to kind of like catch up on that mechanic or get the ability to do those again, that's what you need. That's what you need. I'm low spin on 62. 12.8 Sigma steel for one chest is very good. Very nice, Robert. I'm glad you like it, right? I really am. And all I can do is just try to give people advice and help people find what they need to get, right? That's my job. Entertain and inform. And hopefully I'm doing that whether you're level 35 in the chat or you're level 65 in the chat. 14 buildings away from 60, only 150 BPs for the Enterprise D. Would you recommend moving up but staying at 60 until G6 economy improves? From 61. I would say this. I have no personal desire to go into G6 right now. And I would enjoy G5 as long as you possibly can. That would be my recommendation. So that's all I can say. You see Stella and Franklin stuff in events. I've given up on doing augment stuff as well. And yeah, these are the type of things I want to know so I can actually tell that to the overlords and say, hey, people aren't doing your content. Here's why. These are loops to focus on expediting / finishing as quickly as possible so that people have more time for new loops. Because let's be honest, the Bajoran loop, way more valuable, right? Not even just the Bajoran loop. X-Borg loop, way more valuable. Wave defense, way more valuable. These are way more valuable loops to anybody's gameplay than doing Apex. So Charles, the Voyager changes from doing 4-star to 5-star ship parts at tier 8. So if you're like level 49, tier 7, it's going to give you 4-star ship parts. It'll swap after that. It shall swap after that. So, yeah. If the nodes in augment were larger, you'd stay and do that mining. I did used to do a little bit of green data mining, but I don't anymore. But that is another place that you can get, you know, some rare items, I guess you could say. Somebody earlier was asking about independent credits. Well, there's another form of everyday independent credit sourcing if you want to. But this is definitely a loop that I have long since abandoned. Long since abandoned. So I don't do that one anymore. And I know that varies player to player. So yeah. When you go to 61, your multi-phased packs go up a lot. This is true, Sandra. They do. But again, I don't think for the average player listening, level 60 plus should be a goal. You will only be frustrated. You have to be a certain level of spender to enjoy the 60s in this game. Everybody else, enjoy being the 30s, the 40s, even the 20s. In my opinion, the game is a hell of a lot more fun. That's just my opinion. Oh, Brett, I'm not saying it was a lot of indie credits. I'm just here to let everybody know where the options are. Like we talk about all the time, there's a lot of outdated content. And there's a reason that I no longer bother with Augment just because you don't get enough for it. The only thing I use Augment for is I do auto grind my ships there. So I do have ships that need leveling, like this auger that needs to be tiered. Well, since that auger needs to be tiered, let's actually go sit it down in Augment space and let's just let it start working on that. That's the only thing I'm working for. But yeah, part of that is I want to take this to Scopely and say, hey, y'all, look, you have all these loops that your players are ignoring now. And some of that is okay, right? But for example, here's some of the ones I've written down. We got level 59 players who are no longer doing probes. But a level 59 player, Atalios, is still relevant to them. We've got level 50 players no longer doing probes. Level 46. Actually, the most common thing that has been abandoned is Apex, which is going to be your Stella loop and probes. Those are your two most abandoned loops. And yet, both of them continue into the 40s. And then Talios continues into the 50s and technically kind of into your 60s. And yet, that's the two most common things people have now abandoned. I can get Augment being abandoned, Swarm being abandoned, but Hell Probes is still a living loop. So I think that's kind of part of the conversation I want to bring to them. But like, look at what players are saying and how we need to improve this type of thing. Or at least expedite it so it's faster. Expedite it so it's faster. But you need your probes. Now, I do agree that they've expedited Borg probes. How did they do that? Well, they did it through the X-Borg faction store. Where now I just come in, I click this right here, and even though I haven't maxed out my Talios, and I actually need to go look and see if I can level it up again, but I just pull that. Let's actually take a look. Can I level up? Doesn't look like I can level up my Talios. Yep. Oh, it's commons that I'm actually short on, so we actually can level this thing up. Okay, so the impulse engine I don't have, but let's level this up. Yep, let's just go ahead and burn through stuff. All right, now we're out of that. So working on leveling up my Talios, which I can't take any higher, but yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, max Talios is 14.2 million probes per chest. Yeah, but as you, again, level it up, the better returns you're going to get on that. So, oh, is that a Felonious Punk again? He's got a marker, so I can steal from him all day long without any worry of being, you know, persecuted. So he's got a marker. Let's go up here, and I'm just grinding out these currencies. And generally, if I do this, I'll have several days worth after I've completed this grind. I just hate how long it takes. Taking the tokens away from Borg and acting space would immediately make those loops better, since you can dip in as you please. Maybe, but at the same time, I think the better fix is kind of what they do with X-Borg. Just say, screw it. Here's your ability to not ever have to worry about it. It's like, this will literally save you the most time possible. You don't have to do it now. Maybe I'm biased, but I love the way that they address that. I'm level 41. I hardly do probes anymore because it takes me 25 minutes to do them. And see, EM, the good news is if you are working on upgrading your Talios, that new X-Borg box, the loop boxes as we call them, are going to give you the ability to get a lot of that juice. That's pretty nice. Hey, what's up, Omar? How you doing, my friend? Any plans to add Tears of Discovery? Zero plans for that. Zero plans. That would be the first time they ever did that. So, Talios is my strongest ship since I skipped the G4 Epic. It's detrimental to the silent enemy's loot, but is otherwise okay. Yeah, you need to give it a max fortification and a Cerritos boost if you want it to be decent in that loop. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons I don't skip G4 Epics anymore. It used to be a thing, but not now. Is it possible to mine Sigma materials? Not at your level, John. Not at your level. You'd have to be 61 plus to be able to mine the Sigmas. So not quite yet, but again, get me up on Discord and we can try to talk to the overlords about your ascension and when that is going to happen. We'll see. So, all right, let's go down here. Hit. The ops locks on the special ships are kind of annoying. I get that, but at the same time, I do agree that they should have a lock. Simply because of how high they can go. Hey, somebody came and found me. Who found me? KTK with his very, very nice, very beautiful Talios. I'm so jealous that he has that skin. That is another reason to do waves for that skin. I don't even care what the skin gives me, which it does give you a nice bonus. It just is beautiful. A beautiful skin. A little bit out of the way. Let's just go back here. A little bit out of the way. X-Borg's not the fixed or the ops lock on Talos. I still think it's the fixed, Albert. But I get what you're saying, but they increased it for basically every level. But it was meant as you get closer to the end, now you don't have to worry about it anymore as a loop. Why have a lock if players will get locked by mats anyway? Because players aren't locked by mats. That's the thing. There are packs in the 40s that you can buy that give you 5-star materials. Right? So they're not locked. And that's the reason that you have the ops locks there. Because this game does provide a lot of ways for you to buy things and then use those things maybe not for what their intended purposes were. So let's go down here and hit some more. How close? I'm only halfway health. This is going to take a while. Apart from Silent and Armadas, my tally is my daily driver for everything at Ops 54. Very nice. And it absolutely can be. Mine won't be because I'll have a Northcut, I'll have a Vorcha, I'll have a Tribune, I'll still have my Pylum. My Talios will get bigger and stronger. Currently it's sitting around, 50, which is about where my Coronar is. It's not weak. And it will get stronger as I level it up. But is it possible for me to mine G6? No, you gotta have a mission to get into G6. So no. You gotta have a mission. There's a mission for all that. To get into the G6 space. Incentivizing the old loops now may work, like killing probes now would also give a chance to the old Borg officers to drop in rewards chests where X-Borg store only gives probes. I mean, you still do have the Solar Armada loop, which I encourage people to do. I still encourage people to do their Borg Solar Armada loop. I don't want people to ignore that. I understand why things get ignored, but that's not something I encourage people ignoring. That one has too much value, in my opinion, to ignore. But again, I get that there's a lot of things to do every day, and you have to be very, picky about what you choose to put value in. And I'll take 12 Forbidden. I'm really wishing I could get the Isomatter one to hit me. I feel like I'm getting screwed on the Isomatter pull. Let's just pull that, and then we'll pull the timepiece, because this will be for my Vorcha. Before my Vorcha, when I finally get it. All right, Voyager, do a triple pull because we did go home, and let's do a single pull of this Commerce Insignia. I'm actually going to dump that into my amalgam for those right there, so I can go do the refinery and make sure I'm getting more of those rep grinding tokens, because I've been grinding crazy amounts of rep lately. Crazy amounts of rep. That's been Rev's job, grinding rep. All right, where are we at here? Any nodes? Plenty of nodes. All right. Currently, I'm stepping away. Okay. Cool, Charles. Definitely need to start doing some Solar Armadas just so I can upgrade my Defiant. Yes. And the Defiant will improve the amount of edicts that you're getting. Improve the amount of edicts that you're getting. So there's value there. All right, let's see who's being in here. I'm gonna do a couple of summons because I got 13,000 saved up. I need to actually use it. But again, this goes back to what I was saying. Like, I don't really do the Voyager loop right now, except for when events call for it. I never do it. Use amalgamate rep tokens? Yes. Yeah, in the Voyager. I mean, I'm just spending commerce insignias, so because I get commerce insignias in multiple ways, like farming the Borg systems, yeah, I'll use it for amalgam. I'll use it for amalgam. You hate the Voyager loop? It's a lot. The Voyager loop is a lot, which is why I rarely do it anymore. Now, today is a day that I'm going to do a lot of Voyager loop because the game is asking me to do the Voyager loop. So I'll do it today. But other than that, you probably won't see me do it again this week. So, I'm Ops 39 and can't beat the last 3 groups of the 2-star Q's trial. TMC does not work for me. What crews can you recommend? You're probably not going to beat that until you get into 4-star ships, Omar. I actually don't know anybody that's beat it with a 3-star epic. The 2-star Q trials can't be beaten, I'm pretty sure, until you've got your 2-star ship. I'm going to go take a look at it. Because here's my 2-star. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough pull. I guess it could be done because it's only 50 million. But that's a tough pull for a maxed epic. I guess if you had a lot of research and you had Q, you had a good Bolano Torres below deck, you had Nurse Chapel below deck, and I could see a way to do that. But you would have to have your stuff really good. You have to have your stuff really good. More than just your ship being maxed. You'd have to have good crew, good research. But I can see it, I guess. I still haven't finished my 3-star trials, but this is easy. I can easily take that down. But it gets gnarlier and gnarlier as we go up. Yeah, you're right, Goose. They were added pre-ISO, so it should, in theory, be easier now. But I don't know the state of that player's research and officers, right? Because easy is such a relative term, and max ship no longer means what it used to. Is there a way to look at your forbidden text if all your ships are out? If all your ships are out? Good question. I don't know. Is there a way if all your ships are out? I think of the forbidden text in here somewhere. I could just click on them. Not resources. Those are artifacts. I actually can't think. Is there a way? Is there a way if all your ships are out? Oh yeah, just click on them. Yeah. Just hit manage and then click on them. There you go. Now you could do the Leslie crew, which I put a video out on, Omar. I don't know if you saw, but I put out a recent video about a punch-up crew. You could do that, and that would work. I mean, granted, you'd still blow up, but you would definitely win. Go hit this. All right, let's see. It would be nice to have the ability to reset base shields from the web store in case there's ever a whoopsie and half the server gets locked out of gameplay. I think that's a fair request. Hoosier, send it in to the leaders. Send it into the old customer support recommendation tab. Yeah, send it in. Send it in. I've been negligent on the solos because I don't think I was strong enough to do them. You really are, Em. I'm telling you. I tell people this all the time. You are better at this game than you think you are. You are better at this game than you think you are. And I truly believe that. Is there a way to take my G5 uncommon ships past tier 6 at Ops 54? Struggling with sourcing epic materials was just natural game lock. It's a semi-natural game lock. Your daily events, I don't know if you ever looked at them. Your daily events start paying out, decent 5-star materials. But short answer is yes, the 50s still have some lingering paywalls that are very difficult to get past. So, yeah, my Q trial assessment is at 43 million, but I could push it higher. Maybe we'll do that on the stream if y'all want to. We could push it a little bit higher here on today's stream. I guess it's kind of up to y'all, but we could push it higher here on stream. I haven't been able to log into my account in months. I'm sorry to hear that, Sam. Is burning on a tier 9 Dodera Dex more useful in PvP than Hull Breach? Well, if you got a tier 9 Dodera Dex, you can fit both, and then you want to have both. Depends on what cruise and stuff you're running. The Dodera Dex definitely loves this burn, though. Definitely loves this burn. I've abandoned swarms, max my rank A, use board for pros, use augment space for ship XP only, and I only participate in outlaw stuff armadas as support for lower power alliance mates. See, Duck, man, I'm one of those people who is still trying to work on his augment rep, so appreciate all those people who still go out and do those armadas so that I can participate. I really do appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. And also, happy Mother's Day to all those out there. 50 more BPs till a free-to-play pylon. Love that, Donald. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. That's a grind, and it's an awesome thing that you're doing. Glad you get your grind on. I'm nice and chill today out of Red Bull. No, this is just YouTube. I think a lot of y'all who have started going between Twitch and YouTube, YouTube is just meant to be more informative. We're here to answer questions and help out players. But Twitch is where, in my opinion, is more fun. I definitely enjoy the Twitch side of things, but not everybody does. There's a little bit of a taste of everything. But here, we're just here to inform, educate, let everybody have a good time, hopefully make them the best players in the game that we can. Recently stopped doing swarms because my Franklin A is on the last tier of upgrades. Noted. That one's destroyed. Get that one. Let's get that one. Drives me crazy that I can't kill more than 2 Gorn without a Cerritos because I don't have the isolytics. Makes me angry. Well, start sourcing the isolytics, right? There are multiple ways to source the artifacts, and you've got Nurse Chapel, who is in the event store this month, and she now has long-term sourcing, as does the Eviscerator once they decide to actually announce the daggum sourcing. And no, I don't have anything I can give y'all for that, so I'm sorry. But sourcing Janeway is already available in the game, and you don't need all the officers, right? That's why I put out the video about crewing. Like, you only need one isolytic officer, really, and Gorn suddenly becomes super easy. So anything that you can get that isolytic and that isolytic cascade going, you'll do quite well. If you've got Janeway and Chapel, you should be doing a lot more than 2 Gorn. A lot more. A lot more than just 2 Gorn. Yeah, exactly what Goose says. Pipe Moreau Janeway go brrrr, like I have an A10. Crazy. But this is why, watch the video, EM, if you haven't already, because I would have, if you've got Janeway, then you've got a crew that should give you way more than 2 Gorn. Check out my video about the Gorn Eviscerator and crewing it, and I go over stuff like that. Because if you got Janeway's up top, Hugh, Lana Torres, Chapel below decks, you run that crew, you should be getting more than 2. You should be getting more than 2. There it is. I've dropped upgrading and scrapping the Stella. That's the only thing I pulled from the X-Borg. Still do Apex Thursday events for the stuff from the store, and that's all. See, that one is one of the chests I don't pull because I don't feel like it gives me enough value. But I will say that I am so sick of staring at the Stella. I have greatly improved my Stella, so there is that. I definitely stopped ignoring it like I was doing at one point. But, oh, God, I'm so sick of the Stella. I'm so sick of the Stella. If Scope decides to add anything to the event store, would it happen at the mid-month patch? It'll likely happen this week sometime if they do decide. I'm going to follow up with them tomorrow on it and see if they're going to add anything. But we'll just wait and see. That's why I tell everybody to hold their event store currency. Not sure what everybody is currently at event store wise. For a 2-month arc, we seem to be on a decent pace. Keep in mind that 2-month arc stores always pay out less than like a 4-month arc store. But we seem to be on a decent pace for a 2-month arc store. We still got to see how it ends up. So, improved M score after we kept encouraging them. Encouragement is a really weird way to spell shaming, but yes, y'all have. You absolutely have. Thank y'all for being you. Will Nurse Chapel be fixed by graphics, or do devs even know? I don't know if it'll be fixed at all. To be honest with you, I have no clue, Bon. You need to unlock Chapel on Hoshi. You do not need to unlock Hoshi. Unless you're just a completionist that wants to have every officer. Hoshi provides basically no value to the game. And that just is stealing shards away from Nurse Chapel. Are 2-star Q trials broken? Nope. Need to unlock Chapel on Hoshi. Can't believe you're even considering Hoshi, Bears fan. Can't believe you're even considering it. I really can't. Really can't. So, you have 91,000 event store currency without today's events. Scored 1 on 2 of the leaderboards. Other than that, the only free-to-play SMS events. I'm wondering why you're so low then. Usually most people are over 100K by now. So, just double check. You use Leslie Moreau Georgiou as the new punch-up. Yes, Omar. Yes. There are multiple different punch-up crews. I just pushed that one because it's completely free-to-playable for people. I mean, you could also do Nero for Georgiou. And that's the only reason I've kind of like pushed that one. Because it's free-to-playable for everybody. But, all right, we got to go do more summonings now. I'm pretty sure we finished both those events. Now I'm going to go do some summonings. Get my summons on. After we finish this crime. You're at 170K without Premium Pass. But I'm in a top alliance. Got rank 1 in Gorn. See, yeah. Okay. That one's pretty high for an SLB. And that's also assuming everybody went and did their free 24,000 event store currency by using the code on the web store. Which if you didn't do that, y'all absolutely should. Because that's a free code, the free loot. But I think it's still active. If y'all haven't used the code for free event store loot, would encourage y'all to do that. So let's go hit these. Just hurry up and finish this. How much do I got? Got 13,000. Keep me going for a while. I've almost got a full day pull of regular. Yeah, the code is Eviscerator, Omar. Just log in on the web store and get it set up. Code does not work for you. Works for everybody. Did you spell it wrong, John? Or did you already use it? Because you can only use it once. How do I get the Vidar? Vidar is part of Cosmic Cleanup on Saturdays, or you can get it from an event store like we have right now. Let's go hit this. Hurry up and blow up. I want to switch you to doing something else. I got to do Q's trials. And I got to do freebooters. Hurry up and blow up. And I got to do silent hostiles. Hurry up. So much to do. So much to do. All right. I am going to go here. All right. Bit late coming in, but good evening from the UK. Well, Stefan, it's good to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. I heard it was raining up in the UK. That's nice. That's nice. All right, let's go over here. And hopefully this will be like one of my last hostiles, so I can actually be done and switch to something else. Do you get third Stella or second Vidar? Out of those two, the third Stella. Second Vidar doesn't really bring you any value in the game. Osprey 3 don't do augment. Never have really done silence yet. Only do exchange on Thursdays. Swarms only for the mats on Sunday. See, I'm surprised at Ops 53 you even bother with a swarm on Sunday. Because the mat payouts are just so low. So low. Yeah. And I'm happy to help, Omar. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Omar. All right. Gosh, it's still not dead. What crew do I need to use to kill 40 Zindi? I currently barely scratch them. We put out a whole video on it, Pete. I don't have no idea where your account is at, officer-wise, ship-wise, etc. But, I mean, killing the level 40s Indy is definitely very doable for anybody with, say, a max enterprise. You know, we got a guy who is killing, 20 of them. But I don't know where your individual account is at. And obviously that's a big key. Knowing where your officers and research is at. So, all right, we're going to get this repair on. This will let me go finish that refinery. And then we will get our Q trials on. Honestly, I might try a Q trial just with this new officer set. I'm going to change the officer set just slightly. I'm going to get rid of full loot. I'm just going to put Janeway up here for just isolitic barraging. Let's see how we do against the defense vessel. We'll go finish that refinery pull too. All right. Isomatter right here. And let's see what we get. I got a Janeway and a 7/9 shard. Not bad. For an everyday pull, not bad. Forbidden Tech we did. Voyager we're waiting on. Don't have that. Not doing anything there. I should still have. Yep, still got plenty here. A pull, so we get our Syndicate pull in. And we'll go ahead and do that one as well. Platinum pull. Always double chesting. Always double chesting. Recoup some of that lost latinum. Doing this one, so we'll have to do that tomorrow for our charged nano probes. We'll do this for a mid pull. That's okay. Resources. Let's go ahead and pull. I'll try to do all event loops that give me officer shards because they turn into transporter patterns eventually. That's a strong argument, and they need to add more to transporter patterns. Should be having a transport pattern update sometime this year. Something else to follow up with the overlords this week on when they're going to do a transporter pattern update. So, all right, support. We can go ahead and do these. Nice. Need those speed ups. Very much so. Amalgam. Can't do, which is fine because I don't have any of the loot. But I will go do that pull, and we'll do this because I need more isogen. Plenty of new territory research to do now. In discussion about adding to transport patterns, always is, Duck. Always is. Discussions never stop. All right, let's go back out there, and let's see how we do. Out of curiosity, running our new ISO builds. How's it do against the defense vessel without any boost? Took it out, no problem. No problem. What's it go up to now? A little bit beefier. A little bit beefier now. Let our shields recharge. Code worked fine, thanks. Nice boost for a beginner like me. Did get the jellyfish already, though. Seemed like a good thing at Ops 13. Bragg, I hope you enjoy the heck out that jelly. I hope you do. Hope you enjoy the heck out of it. You want transport pattern update? Yeah, I know a lot of our higher levels could definitely enjoy that. So we beat that one, and yeah, we could probably beat the hammer class without a boost if I go fully repair. You could probably beat that without a boost if I go fully repair. All right, where's your spawn? There she is. Go grab her before somebody else gets it. I'm doing well, Nigel. How are you doing? Yeah. Get to see my daughter here today, which will be exciting. Can't wait for my daughter to come back. She's been with her grandparents. I always look forward to seeing my kids. So repair this. 15 million is insane. 15 million what? Orbit of Nebula. Nemula? 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 Go repair. Speed this up. Biggest question, Ops 39. Thought about using store credits for Fisha. Prime for free with such a bear. Should I do it? Yeah, that's completely fair. Anything that speeds up your specialty ship acquisition, I'm not going to have anything negative to say about that. So, yeah, you speed up that specialty ship grind. Because the Devore is absolutely awful to level up a max. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. All right, here we go. Yeah, I love how Traxon says easy transporter pattern update and says, yeah, just add a whole section for current officers, but stupid high prices. Yeah, that's not easy, nor would they ever do that. Nor would they ever do that. We're trying to sell those things month one, not give them away free to play. Come on, man. It's like you're new here. And I know you're not new here. All right, let's see how we do against the 260 mil, but this is an immortal hammer class. These are technically 5-star hostiles. Let's see how we do without any boosting. Let's go summon. Here she is. Go grab her. Somebody else grabs her. I do have the dock below decks here, right? Make sure I'm getting more loot. Do I have dock below decks? Yeah, I do. Okay. You see, I do have the Voyager Borg alcove installed, but I haven't upgraded it at all. Sorry to hear that, Mark. You can always join another server, man. Just restart. I love restarting. People feel like they can't do it. I'm like, hey, that's just sunk cost fallacy. Give it a try. See what happens. All right, let's see how this goes. We might have to Cerritos boost here. We'll see. And we did not take her down. Let's repair. And let's see what happened. We almost beat it. You know what? Out of curiosity, let's get out the big mamma jamma. Let's send the big mamma jamma. Well, no, we're not going to send the big mamma jamma because we don't have burning. Burning is sitting on the Voyager. So we'll just repair this and give it a Cerritos boost. And the Cerritos boost will be enough to finish her off. The Cerritos Doritos taco will give us what we need. So, hey, look, I can see crap. And you're right, I did not put trip to below deck. But that goes back to just me having an issue of just not wanting to move crew around. Like, it bugs me. Like, it bugs me that I move Neelix around. As silly as that might sound, it bugs me that I move Neelix around. I really don't like it. I really don't. All right. Yeah, you're right. I could move Janeway to captain. I could, which would do better. But we're just going to do a quick little boosty boost. Bam. I got so much juice laying around. Take this, immortal. Go down. Go to sleep. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, because I have this boost active, I'm curious how high we can go. Do another one. Let's do another. Let's do another. Because we got the boost active. So take advantage of it while it's here, right? When might we see the split between spin events? Probably not for a while. Still waiting on more people to join. I will bring it up again this week. And I need to do another number tracking to see how many players are at those levels this week. Because that is the only ammo I really have to argue for swapping it. But, all right. Let's see how we do against this Pelosian Guardian. I am boosted with Cerritos, so let's see how we do. All right. We did well, but we're not doing it again. But I still need to get another hit in for my 5th one for the day, right? And that's right at 300 million. So I can't max it out, y'all. I will tell you that, John. My best ship would be the Tribune in this particular scenario, but I would not be able to max it out. As fun as that would be, I can't max out my 2-star trials with what I currently own. But I wish I could. Oh, well, keep in mind, Fat Man, that I'm only at the checkpoints out of choice. Like, I could do a heck of a lot more. I was at these checkpoints out of choice. But you're all right that I could come in here and instead of having the captain's prerogative for rewards, just swap this around, and that would help. That would help a little bit. I mean, honestly, just for giggles, let's go see how much it helps just by swapping that around real quick. Where are we at? Right here. 300 million. Let's go take a look. Yeah, max fortification I would save. If y'all really want me to push, I would use max fortification with the Tribune, and the Tribune would need to have burning. But I would not waste the max fort on the Tribune. I mean, on the Pylum. I would put the max fortification on the Tribune. Can the Monavine be a good PvP ship? It can be be okay. It's not gonna be great. It's not gonna be great. All right. I'm gonna hit it naked first, and then that way we'll have a comparison. Because hey, impromptu crew session, why not? Impromptu crew session. Well, I meant for it to be an impromptu crew session, and then Janeway just showed how valuable she is by just saying, hey, I got it. I got it. But now we're going up to a 317. We'll just keep going because, well, I don't care. I'm here for y'all. I'm here for entertaining chat. I'm here for entertaining chat. Surprising punch-up crew for Q Trials, Jean-Luc Picard, Bev Crusher, and Enterprise E. That's not surprising at all, Dougman. That's not surprising at all. That's a literal isolytic hell of a booster crew. That's a hell of a booster crew, Duckman. So, all right, I'm going to go in quick repair and come back out here and see how we do against this one. My Cerritos just cloak. You know what? This might be what we do this Sunday. We came in and we started with, hey, what are you not doing in the game anymore? And here I'm like, hey, how high can I actually go? How high can I go? How high can you go? How high can you go? But yeah, I mean, I got a ton of bells from various things that pay out bells. All right, let's see how it does against the 317. 317. Let's see. All right, that time we lost. Let's see by how poorly we did. How much did the Immortal hammer us? Wow. Actually, that could have just been bad RNG. We didn't have criticals happening early. Honestly, I'm going to try that one again naked. I'm going to try that one again naked. We just didn't have good RNG that first time. Yeah. See, Burn, I haven't done Q's Trials in a while either. The last time I think I really tried to push Q's Trial, I think my Pylon was tier 6, tier 7. So, and I definitely didn't have some of the new officers. But yeah, hitting bases with the Monavine to complete field training is a smart strategy. Hey, Captain Jesse, good to see you. Here, let's just give it a little boosty. Little juice. Hit it with again with the juice. And we won with half health left. Look at that. Flame. Now it goes up to 340. Starting to get beefy. Starting to get real beefy. Real beefy. Max the Pylon with what, Ming? Ming. Look, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everybody. You want me to max something? There's the donate links. Ming, you are in the 60s. You want to help? Right there. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. There you go, Ming. Help support the channel. I can't do what I do without amazing people who donate. So there you go. I tell folks all the time, don't just hit it once. Sometimes it's close and you can get the second time. Yeah, there you go. You have the Pylon cloak? I do not, meme. Yeah, I didn't buy the Pylon cloak. All right, this one I doubt's going to win, but let's see. Houston, thank you so much. Which Comic-Con are you trying to attend? We're trying to go to Iron City Comic-Con in Birmingham, Alabama. That's the plan/goal. But we'll see. We shall see. All right, repair. And make sure we did get our bio ship. We did. Okay. Make sure nobody was stealing my bio ships. People be doing that. There's pirates out there. Let's see how we did in this hit. Yeah, I didn't do... All right, so this is probably where we need to switch to using the Tribune. Switch to Tribune. This is the switch to Tribune section of the game. So we need to bring the Voyager back. But before we bring the Voyager back, we need to do some work with the Voyager. And the work I'm referring to is we're going to come up here and we're going to spawn, try to do some commerce insignia farming real quick. Now, if y'all haven't seen this, you can commerce insignia farm. You're saying if we donate enough, you'll go 53. I'm saying this, man. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Y'all would have to donate so much money to go to 53. No. I'm sitting here at 50. I will say this. If you donate, it does go to my wife. Like, it's Mother's Day. If you're out there, make sure that you're purchasing a new vacuum, a new dishwasher, maybe a nice mop system. You know, something that would really make her smile. Buy one of those things. Buy one of those things. It makes her life easier. You know, go and get you something nice for your wife. So, if you're out there, yeah, sugar. I save the memeing for my aquatic battleship. Yeah. I hear trying to get people in. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm trying to be helpful to my community. Trying to be helpful. Make their life easier. What's wrong with wanting to make their life easier? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I'm thinking of them. Your ex told you not to buy that kind of stuff, and that's why they're the ex. Like a Roomba? Yes, a Roomba. Buy them a Roomba. I have 143 million powered swarm in my Q trials that I can't beat. Even when max fortified. Are you max fortifying your Franklin A? Because that Franklin would make short work of a swarm. Yeah. Franklin might actually do short work with a swarm. I had to do really short work with a swarm. So. I've already got 2 Mrs. Q squareds. Yeah, well, maybe. Happy Wives, let us play STFC. I think Angry Wives would let you play STFC too. The completionist in me wants Jayla and the transporter patterns. Fair. I mean, I do get that there's a completionist argument for wanting to unlock all officers, right? So, you see, I still don't have Pelia, which is this month. I don't have Picard Q done, or Queen, Data, Dr. Tiana, Strange New World Sam Kirk, or James T. Kirk. So I'm with you on that. As I wait for this ship to very slowly get over to the Borg system. Very slowly. Mess hall building is another reason to unlock more officers? Absolutely. My mess hall is sitting at 66, which is lower than I'm sure some of y'all. But it's sitting at 66 right now. Something else I could level up. Come over here and convert. I need to do that. I guess I can go ahead and pull this box. And got, hey, 2 Harry Kim shards. Yay, morale. Yay, morale. I need to. When do those export timers expire? Does chat remember? When do those export timers expire? Oh, available now, actually. Forbidden Tech. I'm going to do a baby pull because I don't have a lot of epics. So there's more Ding Dong Bells, more Tier Up Catalyst, more Proto Matter. Artifact Hall. I'll do a big one here because I got 5,000 laying around. So big pull. Thank you so much, Meat Bicycle. What a name. What a name. Thank you for supporting the channel. What a name, though. Meat Bicycle. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What a name that is. All right, so come up in here. And we're going to do this pull. I actually do need more of that scanner. And I really need these 2, but odds are I'm not going to get them. Hey, whoa, she got 2. Okay, Streamer RNG is active for parts of today's stream, but not earlier today. So I'm almost got my dual generators up, working on the Trident, and still have not unlocked, the Borg Queen's remains, but I'm halfway now. There's another isolytic artifact. All right, we finally made it into the system. Hey, there's a Borg cube. And let's start summoning. And the whole point of this, for those that don't know, is for us to farm commerce insignias. All I care about here is commerce insignias, commerce insignias, commerce insignias. All I care about. Trying to get as much commerce insignias as I can. And that way I can use that for ship parts, amalgam, doesn't matter. And let's go ahead and pull our loot chest, empty these things out. And I actually did get one that time. I got a commerce insignia from that run. So here you go. Oh, somebody just stung me. I guess I'm about to get hit by in PvP. Or just visiting. Hey, Cold Dish. You gonna hit me with the Kelvin? You gonna hit me with the Kelvin? What are you waiting for? You gonna hit the active guys first, or you just give me a pass because it's just a poor little auger? Okay, whatever. Doesn't bother me none. I'm just curious. All right, let's see if we get any commerce insignias from this one. Yeah, the extra faction credits are definitely a great bonus, but I do this for the commerce insignias. And got another set of commerce insignias. So 200 so far. Batting 2 for 2. Batting 2 for 2, y'all. That's good. That's good. We need Scopely. We could rotate different officers in and out of transporter patterns, but there's a hard limit. I agree, Zephyr. I agree. Definitely more things that they could do better. Absolutely agree. All right, let's do another one. Let's see if we get lucky 3 times in a row. Maybe. Who knows? But all I want is commerce insignias. Anything that speeds up this god-awful field training. But more importantly, I do use it. And it's like this one did not. But I am still getting the actual currency for my messages. You can see, look. Oh, that's my credits. But I'm over 100,000 messages for 2 of my factions and 65,000 for Romulan. So I think I'm doing pretty good in that regard. Doing pretty good there. Sting you for dailies? See, I never even sting for dailies anymore, but you are right. That is a thing. But there was multiple bad guys there. That's why I was curious. You saw the reticles, right? Like, Kovo's from Epic, which is our primary, the person that we're at war with. And that Saladin could easily, well, not with that crew. That Saladin could generally easily take down my auger. That's why I was surprised. All right, let's sting again. Or not sting again. Let's summon again. And then after this, we can actually go back to Q's trials. Why not use Neelix as an officer for Voyager? What are you talking about? He's on there. Neelix is already on my Voyager. He's already on my Voyager. Did I get another one? Ah, I did not. So we're 2 for 4 so far. We're 2 for 4. He's got the NX1, so that's technically another loop, but am flush with regular Zindi coins now. Went back to Voyager Day, having skipped that loop for a little few months. Hey, you need to be getting them aquatics done, though. Check out my punch-up video for your new NX01, because that refinery is nice. Peachy, yummy, nice. It's good. It's good. Sword, you wouldn't have to ask, man. You wouldn't have to ask. You wouldn't have to ask, my friend. Let's go up here and see if we can get 3 out of 5. 60%. Yeah, that's why my summons are only 250 bond. Because they got Neelix. Which is why we don't have the Tribune up. Because we're going to move the Tribune. We're moving the Tribune over to our main hostile spot. But I'm going to have to drop Odo and put Neelix there. Also need to upgrade Tom Paris. Speaking of just sitting here, things to do. My Tom Paris is upgradable, and I haven't upgraded him. So where is Tom Paris? Deep Space Nine. No, Voyager. Voyager. Wrong series. Tom Paris, right here. I can take him to tier 3 now. That was a 300% boost. I'll go ahead and hit these levels up. Is it a thing to skip most Ops 40 ships and head straight for the Tribune? That's not a thing, no. That's not a thing. All right. Tom Paris has been upgraded for more mitigation. And I don't know if I got a box. I don't think I did. Let's summon another one. If nothing else, we're getting messages. Yep. Didn't get one there either. Didn't get one there either. Molten 48 only do loops on the event days. That's fair. It's fair. You love the punch up crew for aquatics. You have 53s and going to try 55 soon. Nice. I can get up to 57s now. That's what I can hit. So I can hit 57s. And because I focused on getting the skin, I can actually get 2 tokens a day. So my RNG is generally going to make it to where I at least get 1 battleship a day. That's awesome, Curly Hawk. I think that's great. And this is why we put out these helpful tools to try to help players do what you're doing. You know, be stronger, punch up, do better things. And that's the goal in all my videos, to be able to do that. You know, just show players ways that they can be better where they're already at without having to do anything extra. So you says decoded data is the only one I don't do anymore. Wow, then you still do quite a bit. What tier is Manix 01? About tier 4.5. I've got, I think, 3 upgrades left. About 3, I think, upgrades left. Let's see. Oh, all right. We're starting to get really bad RNG. We did 2 in a row. Now we're not getting nothing. Now we're not getting nothing. DNX skin work when not applied. Yes. Yeah. So anything like refits, skins, projectiles, all those are simply researches. Once they're unlocked, they work. Just got to unlock them. Commerce insignia loot be boosted by officers? No, it cannot, because that comes in a box. Loot officers do not affect the boxes that drop. They do not affect boxes that drop. There it is. My absolute favorite crew right now is Enterprise E Picard, Enterprise E Data, Doc. It just provides everything loot, damage, and mitigation. My favorite, just if I'm hitting for maximum damage to hostiles, is going to be Janeway, Enterprise E Data, Enterprise E Picard. But it just depends on what you're looking for. Did we get one here? We did not. All right, I think our RNG's been ate up. We're going to go ahead and recall. But I do want to show you, if nothing else, look. Tons of messages. Tons of messages. Tons of messages. I'm not going to be short on messages for any foreseeable future. I got them for a while. Do need to go do more Dominion Solar Armadas. Wow, look at all the things that need organization. I still need to do silent hostiles as well. Is there a chart anywhere where it tells you what assessment level and Q you need for an FT upgrade? For that particular thing, Nigel, I'm actually not sure. I'm actually not sure. So should I use Pike, Moreau, Neelix in the Borg systems while using Voyager? No, I use 5 Neelix Grush. 5 Neelix Grush. Trial failed. Oh crap, did I summon a trial and forget about it? Oops. Oops. Oh well. Worse problems have happened, I promise you. All right, we're going to go ahead and repair this. We're going to get Neelix off of here. We're just going to set this back up for normal runs. And so you get out of here. You swap. You come up there. And then we'll just make this the pylum. And then over here, below deck ability, let's go find Mr. Neelix. There we go. And actually, we're about to make this as strong as possible. Swap. We'll put the Metreon Cascade onto the Tribune, pushing that bad boy up to 87.8 million. 87.8 million. Let's go respawn this battleship and see how we do. So, like we did last time, we're going to do it naked first. Oh, my poor pylon just took a real big power hit losing that Metreon Cascade. So, yeah. All right, let's go see how we do now. But yeah, Nigel, great question. Do the loot officers affect data cube message drops? No, I don't believe they do. But I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure. All right. Let's hit it naked first with the Tribune. We got burning, hull breach, tons of isolytic. Whew. Oh, goodness gracious, Tribune. Goodness gracious. All right. That is going to be a pain in the butt. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Thank you, meme. That's going to be a pain in the butt. This is going to be a pain in the butt. We should probably actually recall and repair first. But that's going to be a pain in the butt. We'll see. My assessment is now up to 61 million, though. So there's that. For anybody who likes to assessment chase rev. All right. Easy with the Tau crew. I'm not trying to use any cheater crews, though, Amsterdam. Acting will be cake. We'll see. I know power means nothing in this game, but I still want to see it happen with my own eyes. The Tribune is a beast, right? I love the Tribune. Keep in mind that I have got multiple shots out the wazoo right now, thanks to burning. And I've gotten my Neelix up to tier 4. So he definitely gives you the burn. If we come over here, hit manage, scroll over. So there's my top officers. And then below deck, we've got criticals, hull breach. There's chapel, increasing our isolytic. Then we've got burning right there, and then mitigation boost with Tom Paris. So, I mean, this is one of my better hostile grinds without getting out some form of cheese crew. So, cheese crew obviously is going to help you punch up better no matter what. I'm trying to do it without cheesing. And just for giggles, I am going to go ahead and boost it just because I want to make sure I win. And here we go. Actian Instigator. Easy peasy. All right, next up, what we got next? 400 million. Let's go hit it. Let's go hit it. Smack the 400 million with our Tribune. It is Cerritos boosted right now. So, now I have not maxed out my Cerritos research, but now the Tribune with the boost is just going to cakewalk through several of these until we get beefier. 440. 440. For the cheese crew of Iceland's Indian Aquatics, you're welcome, Simple Iowan. It's always nice to help out the good people of Iowa. Happy to help. Happy to help. Also, Jesse, are you streaming tonight on Twitch? And if y'all haven't already, if y'all want to come follow us on Twitch, we do a lot of content over there. Here is the link. Lots of fun. We've been having a blast. And yeah, how do you get them in the regular spawn in the same galaxy you're in instead of a neighboring one? That's just chance because it's the spawn rate is based on where you're at. So I'm living in this level 1 system. So, all right, let's hit this one for 40. And ooh, the 440 one had some punch to it. Oh, it punched. All right, so we did get Bolana Torres first. We did not get Neelix going. No Neelix. Oh no. There's Neelix. There's our crits. So we didn't get extra shots. Oh wow, some not great RNG here. Did not get the best RNGs available. Huh. Now the question is, how far do we want to go, or do we just stop here? Do we just stop here? Do we just stop here? I could use my max for it. I could bring out the definitive answer to Q's trials. Let's just see what happens. What's the worst? We get our juice back the next day? Yeah, do it. For those curious, this is a tier 8 Tribune. This is a tier 8 Tribune. Or tier 7? Tier 8. So I've taken her to tier 8. It's 86 million. She's beefy. She's beautiful. And she does have the Metreon Cascade on her, which is your primary hostile grinding FT. Now that FT I have is not super high level. See, I've got it currently at tier 4. I've got a good whole health boost from it and a decent damage to hostiles, but I don't have the crit hit chance boost from it, which would help out Hugh because my Hugh's not maxed. So, all right, so let's just give max fortification. I got to get my juice back. So confirm. And there's my reactive Titanite. 20 hours. Damn. All right. Stupid max fortification. Okay. But now let's hit it. And we still took about half damage, but we took it down. We still took about half damage and took it down. Oh, a Borg probe. Oh, I'm feeling feisty. Honestly, my Talios could take this out, but I'm feeling feisty. So I'm feeling very feisty. Let's just go hit it. Let's just go hit it. Yeah, because if I dock, obviously I'll lose the boost, right, meme? So let's just go ahead and see what happens. You recommend cloaking? I don't have cloaking, John. Cloaking is a rich man's game. I ain't got that. And Borg Assailant. Go down. All right, what we got next? Another 500 million Immortal Hammer class. Let's see. This is a doubtful. Let's scan this guy. Let's see what he's got. Look at that whole health. Yikes. Look at that DPR. Yikes. Look at the piercing values. Oh my gosh. I've got no way to defend against those piercing values. Woof. This isn't going to go well. Hey, Prey, how you doing? How you doing, Prey? This is not going to go well. But we can say we tried. Holy shnikes, Batman. Okay, Tribune. You've impressed me. You've impressed me. That was an impressive kill. I did not expect that one. I didn't look at its defense stats. I only looked at its piercing. Yeah, you are right. Its defense stats aren't very high by comparison. Well, I think that's a nice one to end on. That was good. Because I can't max fortify again. I don't have the juice. I can't max fortify again. But I did push myself up quite a bit here in the battleship tree. We still have the explorer tree that's really easy to push up into, but yeah, so yeah, pretty good run. Pretty good run, y'all. And that moved my assessment rank up to 83 million. So for those who like to keep up with Rev, my assessment is now at 83 million. So y'all can come chase me. Now I got to deal with this repair bill. But we are done for the day. I might stream on Twitch. I've not decided. We'll see how Mother's Day and everything goes. But I hope y'all are having a great one. Appreciate all those who have supported the channel. We had a couple people who were very kind to donate here through YouTube. So thank you to those. Q Sent, Meat Bicycle, Q. If y'all would like to support the channel, help with all the bills, the funds, etc., allow me to do what I do, hit the donate links, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Love it and appreciate every single one of you. Live long and plunder. Stay safe with those Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. Catch you on the next Star Trek Fleet Command video. And yeah, that's it. We're out. I hope you have a great day.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.